Welcome back to CIVILNET. I'm your host, Patrick Elliott. I'm delighted to be joined today by Victoria Kasabyan, the president of IWAY, the International Women's Association of Yerevan. Of course, you're a humanitarian specialist with decades of experience in the sphere. Can you tell us a little bit about IWAY? What is its goals? What's its vision, its mission?
Yes, thank you for hosting me. IWAY is an international organization. It's an NGO. The members are foreigners, repats, and local Armenians. So it's a very diverse in terms of nationalities, in terms of age, and everything. But the most important and interesting and beautiful thing about it is that we're all volunteers, 100%. Like, we don't have staffing costs or anything. So all of the funds that we raise, they all go to the programs, the projects, the operational cost. Basically, they go to the charity itself. So that's the fantastic thing. That's what drew me towards IWAY personally. And we have been doing quite a lot of projects in the previous years, and diverse projects actually. There have been renovation of schools in the past couple of years and kindergartens. Before that, there have been other community-oriented support programs. And this year we have a call for application. It's announced, it's open. It will be open until 31st of December. It can be found on our Facebook, I believe also Instagram, and our website, which is not in that very good shape. We will be updating it pretty soon, but anyway, on Facebook definitely it can be found. And we are waiting for interesting proposals for the projects because we're doing the fundraising right now. And then in December, end of December, we finalize the calls, the applications, and then in January we will be probably deciding which projects would be funded.
So, Victoria, tell us what's the vision, what's the purpose of IWAY? What are you guys doing in Armenia?
Yeah. Okay, so we have done in the past years very different projects in many different parts of Armenia. Mostly the projects are dedicated to bettering the lives of women and children in border and remote villages of Armenia. The projects have been one of the very comprehensive ones are renovation of and that type of projects in borderline villages because they impact many people in one go. Last couple of years we have been spending and paying too much. Actually, a lot of attention in Anipemza. The school there has been in pretty bad shape, and we invested a lot of money repairing the whole, changing the whole roof, the windows and windowsills. Now it's warm, it's manageable for the kids, and they're happy. They're very thankful. They reported back that it's not leaking and all that stuff. Before that, there have been sanitation programs. There have been programs with kindergartens. So in that sense, we don't limit us to schools or renovations, but we are open to consider all different types of whatever projects, community projects there are in the border villages. We want to keep our borders strong and safe. And for that, we need the people there. We need the people who live there to be strong and motivated and willing to live and stay there and live there.
What are some of the pressing needs that you've noticed in those border communities? You mentioned school and sanitation. Sounds like there's a lot of infrastructure that's needed.
That's true. And actually, there is a little bit of neglect and being left on their own. There is this feeling when we go to the villages and we look at when we get the project proposals, we go and visit the villages definitely to make the final decision. But we feel that neglect and being on their own, that's the sad part. We encourage actually a lot of people to go with us or without us, but to pay more attention to those villages.
Does the government have a role to play? Are they working in conjunction with you, cooperating? Because I know that they mentioned that one of their goals is to renovate something like 300 schools in the border villages and border areas. Is there any kind of interoperability between the two of you, or you work entirely separately?
When we choose a school, decide on a project, we definitely check if that school is going to be demolished or renovated. If the government has any plan on, concerning that specific school or that village in the coming couple of years. If not, then obviously we take over, and if no plans from the government to demolish or renovate, then we go there and we do our work. We just support the communities. Otherwise, so there is some cooperation, of course, and we intend to expand it in the coming years too.
In your opinion, what's some of the most pressing needs in those communities? What's stuff that's often neglected? Like to make these livable places where people want to stick around and stay.
There should be community support, and the everybody and decentralization, right? Because everybody wants to go to the city, to the big cities. To be in the middle, to be in the active life. However, there is also this other trend that from the big cities, people want to go to the rural areas.
I was going to say that post-COVID, now the trend is to get a house in the middle of nowhere with your family.
Exactly. So
we're looking at that. So
yeah. So that would be a fantastic thing if people could do, and then support a village. While doing that, they would support the village, and then if the people from the village or the border area would see that somebody came who is not from that village, has no roots or anything there, and comes and stays there, that's also a big motivation and a big signal, you know.
Is that something that you guys are focusing on as well? I mean, for example, I do know of quite a few diasporans or people from Yerevan who have moved out to, for example, Tzer village in Tavush is getting a lot of, in Lori, I'm sorry, is getting now a lot of, because of COAF and so on, there's more and more people moving out there, there's more activity. Is there anything in the works for you guys to do something similar, create some kind of attractive center or some cluster where, you're kind of reinvigorating villages through unique projects that you guys are funding?
Yeah, well, we don't have that. We're not that big. We're not that. Don't have that capacity, but there are those ideas are there, waiting on a smaller scale and waiting for the right time for us to implement them. Definitely, there are the ideas, but unfortunately, we're not that big and powerful yet.
Gotcha.
But we're getting there.
Fantastic. Tell us, where does your funding come from mostly?
Funding, we do the fundraising. We don't, it can be individuals. Most of the time, many times, it's individuals who know about our work and know that we are volunteers and want to help us, support us. The biggest event for fundraising for us is the Christmas bazaar every year, and this year we call it Charity Bazaar. Because also this year the income would be directed not only to the communities in the border villages, but we also want to include those communities that hosted Artsakis. So it would be a general community support from our perspective. And so the money, the income from this charity bazaar would go fully to these projects to support this. Another thing, we have raffle tickets. We have wonderful prizes that people donate. Different. I won't be naming, not to do advertisement. I know it's not very good. I will also forget some others. Not fair. But so we sell raffle tickets. People can come on 3rd December to our charity bazaar at Holiday Inn on Amirian Street, Amirian 2. And on the spot can buy the raffle tickets and take part in the raffle prize, win something, win a raffle prize. We will have paintings auction, silent auction, and the paintings are also quite famous painters, and they are donated. The paintings are donated to us, so all the income would also go to the charity. And there are 7 embassies with us this year, and their income also normally is donated to IWAY charity.
So all the proceeds will go to these projects.
Definitely, yes, everything.
Interesting. So from what I understood, so if you find people apply, if they find and you find a project that's doable, as feasible, then the proceeds from these events, these fundraisers, ends up going to that project.
Exactly. That's the plan.
So remind us again for all of our viewers in Yerevan, when is this the bazaar?
3rd December, Sunday, this Sunday, on Holiday Inn at Republic Square, Amiran 2. It starts from 10 and finishes at 7 p.m. So all day, please come over. We have also Kids Corner. We have lots of small and medium enterprises, businesses that will be presenting their handicrafts, whatever they cooked, baked, and it will be fun. It will be a wonderful atmosphere.
For a good cause.
Yes. And for
strengthening the borders in Armenia.
Right.
Victoria Jan, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thanks again for watching. This has been Pat. I'll speak with you all very soon.